What's up guys, Nate Petrosky from Narrowway Homestead. I'm just gonna make an update video for you guys on a bunch of stuff, including some future plans. I wanna talk to you guys just a little bit about the status of the solar project, about building my house, which I was thinking about next year, about There's a Way Homestead, that other property I bought that's pretty much gutted now. Also gonna talk about making videos on social media and how I never really planned to be this big video creator guy, but it just sort of happened. Just wanna give you guys a general update on future plans and what's been going on. First, let's talk about the garage. It is not completely done, but it is right there. Probably by the time this video is actually published, it will be finished. We're in the middle of winter here. What does winter look like? Well, it looks about like this. I mean, we do get freezing and snow and stuff, but this is just crazy. Had my blue truck over there. That was stuck here trying to slide down into the carport. Someone else had their vehicle up on that road and that got stuck and was just sliding down off. I haven't been running the equipment much just because wherever I run it, it's going to tear everything up. Actually, to get the vehicles free, I typically use a quad, and I've only been running the equipment on the days, usually at night, when the ground gets frozen enough that I can actually move stuff. This is the time of year that I pretty much try not to take on a bunch of new projects and hope to have most of my projects finished by, and we're pretty close. With this garage being about done, there's plenty of work to do inside, which I'll show you guys real quick. As you guys also know, I had some solar batteries fail on me. I believe I have just one that's really bad, but they're all gonna go before too long. I've got some new batteries here. These are not designed for this system. I've been talking about getting these batteries for a long time now, at least myself. I got them for another project, which I haven't even talked about on here yet, another low priority project. But for now, those batteries are gonna end up swapping out the golf cart batteries in there. In about 6-ish months, the plan is to have panels up on the roof of this garage so that I can make this whole system null, void, unnecessary. That can all be removed. All the stuff from the Starlink, that's gonna get routed over to the garage. My camper used to sit right here, and so the water that went to the camper was just underground until now. It's there. I'm gonna put some water in the garage. I'll show you guys all that eventually. I still want some panels kind of facing this direction. These are facing south. I'm gonna go southwest on that section, but southeast off of here. And I'm going to build a lean-to off of here where I'll park the equipment under. But this whole array is in the way, and I don't wanna shut electric down on the homestead for a long duration. So I'd rather get the new system operational in the garage before I start messing with this whole thing. All right, let's talk about the garage. First, I got lights in the garage. Anyway, electrical. This whole area, as I've said in previous videos, underneath the stairs is going to be a closet for all the electrical stuff, new batteries, new equipment. Not everything's figured out. When I do figure all that out, or as I'm thinking through it, I'll make videos and you guys will find out more. Got some basic wiring done in here. Need to get some insulation. And after that, I'm going to immediately be focusing on shelving because I have stuff all over the place. Things just need to be in a garage to be stored. Some of you guys took advantage of the Black Friday sale on narrowwayhomestead.com, and I was also taking advantage of Black Friday sales. I got a new saw set up. When I was a contractor, I always worked out of a pickup truck, and that was just too large, something like that. So I just had a small chop saw and did a ton of stuff just with a circular saw. You can do an amazing amount of things with circular saws. Also going to be insulating the upstairs here. Really not sure how carried away I'm getting immediately with everything here, but I am going to end up finishing things out here, making some rooms. Jen will have a craft room and stuff. Again, that's all just kind of low priority because I got so much stuff going on. Check out this view from up here though. It's pretty cool. Hopefully that's enough of a recap for you guys. Most of you guys watching this have probably seen a bunch of my other videos and already know all that, but I want to talk about the future stuff. I was really thinking about breaking ground on the house next year, and I still kind of want to. For reference, the house is going to be up there, over by the sawmill and all that. I'm all right with my funding to at least get that project started. However, my time, I'm not sure I'm gonna have it to do that. Redoing this solar is not just gonna instantly happen. Building all these garage shelves, not gonna instantly happen. Reorganizing everything that needs to be in a garage, that's gonna take time. All this stuff really takes a lot of time. Plus, I do make videos for you guys and they take time. I've got that other property called There's a Way Homestead, that small house that's gutted on 3.5 acres. I'd like to keep that at least moving. There is no timeline on that. I don't have to rush it, but there's no sense in it just sitting empty forever. Got a roof on it now, so it's not going to continue to suffer or decay in any way. The next steps on that are to make sure the foundation is good now that I'm actually able to get in there and look at it. I have not actually been there since the floor joists were taken out. Got to clean all that up, put some plastic down, make sure I keep my moisture away from the new floor joists, make sure I find a way to support the chimney and fireplace in there, because that's just sitting on floor joists, I guess. Didn't really think about that, but yeah, what else is it going to be sitting on? Then there's the matter of completely building it all back up, and if I decide to do an addition over there, that's going to be significantly more time and work involved. And I want to turn that into a rental, kind of a vacation rental. I just want to make it nice and cute and wonderful, and people will be amazed I took that junk hole and turned it into that, but I know I can. I know it's possible. Will Survives is hanging out over there. He's got his own cool setup right on the back of that property. He's been helping me out with that property. There's more to do. I've told him ever since the beginning, as much as you want to help, you can. If you want to pursue other career things or do other projects, like, I'm okay with you making that a back burner thing and you just do what you want to do. I mean, ultimately, I invited him out to help him out, and of course he has helped me out some, but from my perspective, I just want to help him out as much as I can with what he wants to do in life, whatever that happens to be. I'm kind of entering a stage in my life where I feel like I'm doing okay, and I want to give back because people helped me out when I really needed help, and once you get yourself on your feet, so to say, you should be helping other people, or at least that's the mandate I put on myself. But I also struggle with, I'm not into the whole kindness influencer thing. People doing all these good deeds on video, and in turn, of course, they get a whole bunch more live gifts, they get more views, you know, it benefits them more than it benefits the people that they're helping. And I see that, and my reaction to it is to just try to keep anything good I do off of social media whenever possible. On the other hand, everything I do goes on social media, because if I'm not, I just don't have content otherwise. Like, this is just really a story of my life, and whatever's happening, that's what makes videos. My content changes all the time because my life changes all the time, as life should. Speaking of being on social media, I never planned to be at this level of social media ever. Millions of followers across multiple different platforms. It all started on TikTok with me just making some short videos. I did start here on YouTube first, never took off, nobody cared. I didn't know how to make videos well at all. I couldn't speak clearly or articulate anything. Practice makes perfect, I'll tell you guys that right now. Basically, I went on TikTok and it went viral, and I saw an opportunity, and I just repeatedly went viral over there, over and over and over. And really, I was just vlogging my life. Love TikTok, hate TikTok. One thing about it, it was able to take an average person and put them in front of a lot of people. That's what the algorithm was able to do for folks. And that's what it did for me, as I'm just some dude doing stuff. Like, I didn't go to editing school, film school. I don't even know the right terms for any of that stuff. I just picked up the phone and started making videos, and it took off, and you guys enjoyed watching. So I kept doing it. And I get all these different comments and stuff, and I've gotten so many hater comments. They really just water off a duck's back. But you know, sometimes you guys are watching videos, they're not edited that well. There's minor mistakes in editing, there's mistakes in me shooting, filming, there's mistakes in even what I'm saying sometimes, and I try to correct all that, but in reality, I'm in a hurry making videos so that I can do what it is in life that needs to be done, so I can get on with my project and show you guys what's happening. And you guys, of course, have expectations of quality out of my content, like, you know, a TV show, and that just doesn't exist yet. Maybe we'll get there, but definitely not now. I'm just some dude living in the woods, building stuff and trying to set up a life. Anyway, all that to say, I'm really thankful that social media turned out this way, and it's working out for me, and it's fun in the lifestyle, and it's pushing my products as well, the beard care products and the coffee. That stuff would have been a lot more difficult to start if I didn't have a boost from social media to get some initial sales going and get the repeat customers and all that good stuff. Maybe it's the wrong choice, but I'm quite sure that I will always prioritize getting the videos out that tell the story, that accurately reflect what is going on in my life, over the quality of the content and the entertainment value. I will do my best to keep them entertaining, keep them educational, because it's how I provide value to you guys, the audience. But it's important for me to be accurate and tell the story, and sometimes I rush a video out, like the battery's failing and stuff, and not everything's perfect. And I really don't have to tell most of you guys all this, because you've already got your expectations set appropriately, and some people just don't, and that's okay. If If my videos aren't polished enough, there's other channels. Part of the reason I'm keeping my videos this way is because I feel like so many channels out there are fake and don't tell an accurate story, and it is difficult to actually be accurate through video. You'd think it'd be easier than it is, but I'm trying to be genuine and accurate and actually have a legitimate channel that really reflects reality of this lifestyle. I think we should start a trend of people that homestead and do all this stuff, like show your hands every once in a while. If you're an actual homesteader, if you've done real physical work, there should be scars, there should be actual like little cuts and stuff that actually are in real time. I see so many pictures of these people holding animals and stuff, and their hands are just flawless, you know, and the skin is perfect, and there's not a speck of dirt on them, and they say, oh, well, we just, you know, wanted to present ourselves real nice for videos. Well, the hands will tell the whole story. So yeah, here's my business card. It's my hand. It's beat up. Got active spots that are beat up. It's got spots that were really wild. Actually, let me bunny trail a little bit. Look at that spot. That was years ago. That piece actually came off and I stuck it back on there. I did absolutely no ER visit or anything like that. I put it back on there. I taped it back on. It reattached itself and I was fine. But there's a totally clean line all around it. And it took about 5 years for the nerves to come back. But anyway, cool story. Oh, and you're probably wondering, but just be really, really careful when carrying patio doors with somebody else and you're throwing them in a dumpster, and they're old patio doors that were before the type of glass that just beat it up, and they split into big shards, and that one shard just cracked, fell, and sliced along the back of my hand and hit 3 of my fingers, and I was pretty lucky. Anyway, back to my future plans, what I think everything's gonna look like. Most likely next year, it's possible I'll dig a basement. I have the skid steer. One of my projects for next year is to actually make a drivable path all around here, because it might look kind of flat. Always looks flat in videos, I don't know how, but it's not. Everything is on a tilt, even that building's on a tilt. So that looks pretty cool. That looks really, really flat right there. Yeah, there's just going to be, I want to be able to drive around. The reason I don't drive quads and stuff everywhere is because anywhere you happen to be walking, then you have to cross some dirt path that you made, and it is very, very, very slippery out here. When the ducks are making footprints in the mud after the freeze thaw, you know the soil is loose. Seriously, this is crazy. I am on a hill. This is not a flat spot, and when you step on the soil, and water just squishes out of it like that. And that's why I'm not driving any equipment right now. So yeah, I kind of want to build a road. I'll probably start digging out for the basement for the simple fact that that is a high point over there, and I want that dirt to start building up some roads and paths along here that we can drive on in the winter time, and we can actually take vehicles instead of walking everywhere, because right now I'm just trying to park everything on the gravel. Basement will be dug out right there. This road needs to actually be pushed over here and go up along there. This accesses far fields and other things I have on the property, but I need to actually borrow some of this for yard, because I don't want to just drive literally right next to the house. And so as I'm taking fill dirt out of where the house basement will go, I will just start leveling this up and then have it do a drop off. Someday in the future, I may put a barn somewhere around here. I'll make another road that goes down around behind it probably, so that way if I'm walking, nobody has to cross the road, as long as the road goes behind most of the buildings. And I'd kind of like to do something similar and just get a drivable path a lot of places around here. It'd be ideal to concrete it or gravel it. I don't know, guys. That's expensive. That is very expensive, and it's a lot of maintenance. But if I can get the dirt slope just right and install any kind of water breaks that need to happen, and we just drive quads and stuff on it, I think I can get it so I can actually drive around here and access things with a small utility vehicle or a four-wheeler, instead of tearing it all up to the point where you actually can't walk and then you're forced to do a quad everywhere. Like, most of this yard is just, by the time summer comes, with that drought we had, we just don't have the vegetation structure, because it was so dry this summer that none of this grass is holding the dirt together, and everything has just become absolutely gushy. It's crazy. West Virginia and its red clay soup this time of year. That freeze thaw, when the ground freezes, as you know, when something freezes, it expands with the ice. And as soon as it melts, then you've got all these voids in the soil, and that's what turns all of this just into mush that you can actually sink down in, or in this case, slide all the way down the hill. And these rubber mats are amazing for temporary mud control. Straw kind of works as long as you keep enough of it around. What's up, Aslan? But these rubber mats, phenomenal. It is on quite an angle. It does good. How you doing, bud? You hiding from the rain? Yeah, it finally cleared up a little bit. You're kind of wet though. He's being a good boy. He's being a good boy. Who's being so good? Everything peaceful around here? Everything doing good? Guardian of the homestead. So yeah, just to recap, build some roads next year, get this whole solar thing completely organized and figured out. Probably start digging the hole for the basement. I'll just make sure I always have drainage out of it so it's not something that things just start collapsing into and it becomes just a horrible mess. I won't fully dig it out. I don't even truly know what size I want it to be. I've got to do some work on my actual road here. I kind of want to expand the duck pond. It's a lot of little projects, but some of these little projects are multiple days long. And organizing the garage stuff, building some rooms, gonna take some time. And I wanna get some more ducks. Jen's got a lot of gardening ideas for next year. This is gonna be a temporary chicken coop for right now. The chickens are gonna go in there, tear that sod all up, till the soil, and then in the spring, we'll sell or give them away or however she's got that worked out. And then her garden can actually be in there. And I've got another one of these to set up. But then she can actually plant inside there, and then all these ducks that think they want to go after the vegetables, they won't be going after vegetables because they can't get in there. So I'm using a chicken run in reverse to keep things out rather than to keep birds in. I think that's pretty much it. That's what I'm planning to do. Hopefully it kind of gives you some of the reasons why I'm trying to go that route. Of course, the businesses keep taking time. I am working on several different things to take my editing time away. Got somebody working on editing my videos. I've been editing every single one of my own videos for like 4 years. And if I want to actually be doing some of these projects, I can't, I have to find time somewhere. I don't want to quit the videos. I want to show you guys the progress as it goes. So one of the easier things I think to sub out, if you will, is the editing part. Getting all that figured out, getting some other logistics figured out on all this. I'm just doing everything I can to reclaim my time so I can get back to being really hands-on a bunch of these projects. Because I do want to do a lot of the work on building my own house. And if I'm not careful, I'll find myself in a place where it makes more sense to hire somebody to do it, but I want to do it. I'll probably hire helpers at the very least. I want to build my own house. That's what I did for years, was build stuff, construct stuff. And same here, you know, make all kinds of different systems. I have so many unique ideas that even telling somebody what I want, they're gonna look at me like I'm nuts. And you guys will too, until I actually do it, and then it works cool. And if it doesn't work cool, well then I'll redo it and tell you guys why I had to redo it. But anyway, not to get too long-winded, appreciate you guys watching, hanging with me through all the crazy changes that happen in my life. If your life isn't changing, then, well, I don't know, you're probably stuck in a rut, right? Take it easy, guys.
Narrates his life, cutting firewood, draining beasts away from city strife. The ducks they roam freely, acquired on me true. Muscovies in the meadow, foraging in the dew. Lord, minion, small but